Hey everybody, Greg St. Clair, Ask the Practitioner. Today I'm going to discuss one of the subjects that I get asked about quite frequently. When people find out that I make a smoothie, people always ask me, oh, what's in your smoothie? I'm trying to make a smoothie. So I've often shared this with many of my patients, whether they're trying to lose weight or be healthy or use it for the gym, what have you. But I've been making a smoothie since 1991 and it's evolved over the years. So I wanted to share how I make my smoothie. So before we make it, we have to discuss why do we even want to make a smoothie in the first place? I know many people in the gym world that say, well, only do it through whole foods, you don't need smoothies, and that's fine if that's the way they want to do it. You know, you can get all the proteins, carbs, and oil, fats you want from just food. But my smoothie is all natural food. It's whole foods, it's just going in and being blended. So there's a few reasons I make a smoothie. For one, it's very quick and easy to get some really good nutrition in you. I find it fuels me for exercise, it fills me up, it satiates me. I normally do a smoothie in the morning. I do it 4 or 5 days a week in the morning, and I either use it for the gym or I drive to work, I sip it on the way to work, and it fills me up and I know I'm getting good nutrition. I do it 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. I go to 1 o'clock without eating, or even snacking, so it does help me quite a bit. But it does help me to recover from the gym. It gets macronutrients in, or proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. And it could be used as a meal replacement. It's whole food. And it's really just good for the mind, body, and spirit, I think. And it's a good thing in the morning because you're not eating junk. You're balancing your body out. And it's a good way to start your day, I think. So we're going to get into it. But before we do that, I just have to tell you my first smoothie story ever. I moved to Boulder, Colorado in 1991, and I started doing a smoothie then. And I went to a place, I forget the name of the place, I never had a smoothie before. I never really saw anything healthy till I moved to Colorado. I'm from New Jersey originally, but in Colorado, everything changed for me. And smoothies was one of them. And I used to go to a place, and I got about the worst smoothie you could possibly get. It was almost like an ice cream cone, really. I would get rice milk, banana, dates, and vanilla. Okay, rice milk's all carbohydrates, bananas, all carbohydrates, dried dates, all carbohydrates, no protein, no healthy fats, nothing. I would drink that thing down and I would follow it with a bag of corn chips. So I was having like 150 carbohydrates for my smoothie, and like, oh, this is so good. But over the years, I've added different things to make it a much healthier, much more balanced drink. So let's just get into it. I have a couple of things that I use to make smoothies. This is my baby here. This is a Vitamixer. I bought this in the year 2000 when my first child was born. And the reason was we wanted to make all our own baby food. But it's such a versatile machine. We could do so much. You can make soup, you can make ice cream, you can make nut butters, you can cook things in it. It's unbelievable really what you can do with it. And it was an amazing investment. Mine's 20 years old. It is a few $100s, but I think it's worth it. Sometimes people ask me if I own stock in the company because I get excited when I talk about a Vitamixer, but no, I don't. I just love it, and I use it every morning almost. So my wife did buy a Ninja. We do have a Ninja. All right, so it's cheaper, easier to clean. I don't think it has the power. This has like a lawnmower engine in it, and this can just pulverize anything. This is really nice to be quick. I also have a NutriBullet in my office, so if I just want to quickly make something in my office, I have it available. So I'm going to do it using the Vitamixer today. So it's very simple. Let's talk about some things I put in there. There's different bases that you can put in there. I'm going to do soy milk today. All right, there's different milks you can use. There's whole milk. Honestly, I vary back and forth between soy and whole milk. I went about 10 years and I was a vegan. I didn't do any dairy at all. I used all alternatives to that, but I slowly come back to it. And I use milk as the basis of my smoothie. But like I said, I mix it up. This is soy milk. My Vitamixer does have a measuring line in there, so I put 1 cup of milk in. This is just plain water. I'm going to fill it up to 1.5 cups, so I have just a little more substance to it. So the first thing I put in then are berries. Okay, this is a triple berry mix. I like it because it's raspberry, blueberry and blackberries. There are no strawberries in it. Not that I don't like strawberries, but I don't like them in my smoothie. I think they take up too much, and I like these berries better. So very simple, half a cup. I do like Wyman's. There are organic ones out there. They're a lot more money, you get a lot less. I do buy organic sometimes when I go shopping in the right places, but I do usually have this on, just, you know, quick and easy to use like that. The next thing I use are mixed nuts and seeds. Okay, so this helps me to get some fiber, get some healthy fats in there, and I put a tablespoon in. My mixture is sunflower, pumpkin, and pulverized flaxseed. Sometimes I'll put sesame in, but pumpkin, sunflower, pulverized flaxseed. I mix it in, I make it myself. I buy it all raw, organic, no salt, no roasting, and I mix it myself, 1 tablespoon of that. So what's interesting about nuts and seeds and berries, in Chinese medicine, they're considered longevity foods. And they're considered longevity foods because they have the essence of the plant in there. So berries, nuts, seeds, they can all be planted to grow. So when you eat them, it gives you a lot of good essence, the Chinese would say. Okay. So I want to have healthy fat in there. This is organic flax oil. I get that at Trader Joe's. All right, so I put a tablespoon of organic flax oil in there. It's full of healthy omega-3s, 6s. I always recommend somebody take an essential fatty acid, whether it's fish oil or flax oil. It's good for your brain health. It's good for your tendons, ligaments. It's good for your mood too. And this is a specialty that I put in. Son of a bee, okay? Local bee pollen. Okay, what this does, it helps to get your immunity up to certain plants for allergies, for seasonal allergies, because it's almost like homeopathy or a little immunity that you get a little bit of it in your body and you do get your immune system strengthened with it. The key to bee pollen has to be local. Okay, if you want to get the benefits of bee pollen, there are vitamins and minerals and micronutrients in bee pollen, but getting the local is really where you get the exposure to the things that are in the environment. Okay. Now, I do put a scoop of green stuff in there. Okay, I do use this as my main green drink. I do get other green drinks that I use. Trader Joe's has a green powder. It's just really dehydrated fruits and vegetables. And this one right here, they claim 1 scoop is like 14 servings of fruits and vegetables. So I give this to my children, I take this myself, and I do sell this, but I'm not here to sell this to you. I don't really even promote it in my office because I don't like selling stuff, but I take it every day. I am not going to put it in my drink today because I've already had one today and I don't want to waste it and use more like that. I just want to mention, I do often usually put creatine in there. Creatine I use in the morning. I go to the gym, I work out. You might not want to use that, but if you go to the gym, it helps you to recover and helps you to build muscle and remain strength. So that's the milk, the water, nuts, seeds, berries, bee pollen, and oil. So then the last thing is I want to put in some protein. Okay, so for me, one of the most important parts of the smoothie is that it's a balance of fats, carbohydrates, and protein, and that's why it keeps me level. It keeps my blood sugar level for the day, and that's why it satiates me and I don't have to eat till 1 o'clock or so. All right, so my basic protein I use is a whey protein. This is Now brand protein. There's different types of protein. You have to be careful what you get because quite honestly, most of them out there are just garbage. They're really just junk. If you can see here, no, you can't see it. This is sweetened with stevia. I have another protein here. You can see that. That is sweetened with stevia. Okay, so there's no carbohydrates. Most of them have artificial sweeteners, artificial colors, artificial flavors. I don't use anything like that. This is casein. It's a type of protein. It helps you to digest a little slower to feed the muscles. A lot of people don't want to do whey. There's lots of options out there. There's soy protein, that's a good one. This one's pea protein, right? If you go to your health food store, Whole Foods, local health food store, there is a whole shelf of sunflower protein, hemp protein, rice protein. There's all kinds of different proteins. You can be vegetarian, you could be vegan, but one of the things, like I said again, I want to say it again, proteins, fats, and carbs, we want to keep in a healthy balance, okay? All right, so I'm gonna put in some of the chocolate protein, just a scoop. I'm gonna use my Vitamixer, all right? Oops, very simple. I just wanna put the lid on. Okay, I'm gonna turn it on. Rev it up, give it a minute. Once that's slowed down, it feels good, pretty simple. Just take a scoop of protein, put it in. Make sure it all gets in there. Crank it up again. Voila. It's literally a couple of minutes. It's so easy to do. It's so nutritious. I mean, it's just beautiful. Just look at that. Berries, green drink, healthy oils, healthy protein, a total balance of what you need for your day. And it tastes delicious.